Hey. Time for another Out of This World story from rSpace. If you're going to cheat, at least stop sharing your phone location with your spouse first. Today on rSpace, coffee is just a code word for some dirty deeds. Up first, a cheating mother with the wrong priorities. Wife is out getting laid right now. Never thought I'd be here, but yet here I am. This weekend, my wife, 38 female, and our daughter, 13 female, went to visit her mom. I couldn't go because I couldn't get the time off work, and we decided it would just be a girls' weekend for them. I'm a firefighter in a large southern city, and I'm on a call and gearing up when our dispatcher calls in to tell me that there is some emergency. I'm not really needed on the work call, so I get my cell phone and find a bunch of texts from my kid and a couple from a number I don't have in my phone. In the course of about 11 text messages, I learned that my daughter has gone ice skating and fallen and broken her wrist. She's in the emergency room, but cannot get treatment because no one can find my wife. The number that I don't know belongs to a friend of my wife's who has gone to the emergency room to sit with my kid. She was the chaperone for the girls who had gone skating. So I call this friend, and after a lot of hemming and hawing, she admits that wifey has gone to dinner with some random guy. Well, we always leave our location shared with the family because of my job, and sure enough, I pull up an address and Google it, and it's a freaking hotel. This was 10 p.m. It's now almost 4 hours later, and she hasn't answered my text, but she did finally call her kid. I have permission and insurance information, and she got a cast and a referral to see an orthopedist when she gets home. The friend took our daughter back to her grandmother's and texted me. She said, "I'm sorry I had to find out this way about blank," a guy's name. Apparently, it's been going on every time she's gone home that I haven't gone. Meanwhile, I've worked countless hours of overtime to pay for our house, take us on nice vacations, send our daughter to the most expensive private school in our city. I'm a fool. The OP has some updates in the comment. Update. Wife claims that this guy is just a friend, and that they were at a coffee shop the whole time. She really must think I'm stupid. I pay all of our bills, so I logged into our cell phone account and found one particular number that she has called and texted far more than any other. I haven't confronted her other than to say that I was disappointed that she wasn't there when our daughter truly needed her. I've taken a few other steps to protect myself, but I'm not going to discuss here. And it took me all of about 15 seconds to figure out who the guy is, and of course, he is married as well. They're supposed to get home late tonight, so we will see what happens then. Let's check with the community for a quick reaction. If I were in your shoes says, "Good update. If it were me, before they get home, I would have all of her stuff packed in suitcases and a key lock on the master bedroom door. I would make sure my daughter is comfortable and then in bed. Afterwards, I would have printed out all the phone calls and text messages or the number of calls. I would tell her I want to see all the messages. If they are deleted, then I would just say you're lying. I want you to call her right now, his wife, and hand her the phone number. I will be giving the evidence to his wife, and I would like you to go back to your parents for the remainder of this week. I want you to tell them where you were and who you were with while our daughter was in the emergency room. As of right now, we will be getting a divorce. His wife will know who he was cheating with, and your family will know along with mine." Whoa, yeah, that's definitely not the best way to find out. I mean, is there ever really a good way? I think it's particularly more shameful during a time when she should have been there for your kid. One thing's for sure, she was enjoying her girls' weekend. Update. Spoke with a lawyer, as many of you suggested. During that conversation, I realized that she doesn't really have a lot of access to money that is hers. Removed her as an authorized user of my credit cards. Put two-factor authentication on just about anything else that she might try to get her hands on. Pulled my credit report to discover that she opened a joint credit card I didn't know about. Since I'm on the account as well, I was able to log in and print out the charges, a basically perfect timeline of restaurants and hotels that she has paid for. Turns out she also has accounts on Tinder and Bumble, which showed up when I combed through the last few phone bills. I have a pal who is a deputy sheriff in these parts, who's going to be here tonight when she gets home. I've gotten her a room at a nearby hotel for the week and paid for it up front. She can sleep there for now and figure out on her own starting tomorrow. Daughter and I spoke, and she knows what is up and is angry at mom. So next steps are to find someone for her to talk to. Thanks to my job, I've got great insurance, so that is one less thing to worry about. Decided I am also going to come clean to her mother once wife and daughter are on the plane back here. Taking a couple of days off to deal with this. Thanks for the advice, everyone. I'll probably yank these posts down tonight or tomorrow, so if you have any other last minute advice, now is the time. Let's go back to the community for some more advice. Dual Jobs says, "Holy crap, she opened a credit card in your name to pay for her affair. Wow, that's really conniving. Good luck, my guy." Mr. Poppy 628 says, "Don't delete these. Let this be a blueprint for future men on how to handle situations like this or similar. You may be helping someone months or years down the line." I'm sorry, OP. Truly, truly awful. To have you pay for and essentially support this affair is disgusting. That's a huge blow. Additionally, I think it was wise to tell your daughter about what was happening and then take the necessary steps for her to process the information. Taking some time off is best. You need time to process this as well. I'm sorry, OP. I hope everything works out for you. Thoughts? Next, an OP trying to avoid a nuclear fallout. Just found proof that my wife is cheating. My wife told me a few weeks ago that she was having a resurgence of feelings for her ex. We talked about it and I thought we were through it. But the last few days, she had been much more distant, so I went through her messages on her watch. And there was a full conversation of her talking to her ex about how great it was having sex with him a few days ago. We have 3 kids, so I'm not really sure what to do. I'm trying not to do anything rash that would impact my kids any more than the fallout of divorce is going to, but any advice would be really appreciated. Update. I have spent the last 2 months gathering a substantial amount of evidence and finally confronted her about the cheating tonight. It was about as I was expecting. She did eventually take responsibility for what she had done, but spent a lot of time rationalizing her actions. This was actually ahead of my planned time frame for confronting her because I had a few more things that I was trying to line up financially to make the fallout easier. But I think it is all going to work out. She spent a lot of the conversation asking for another chance and trying to turn it around on me that I would be hurting the kids by leaving her, but I did my best to stay calm and rational and make sure that we focus on the fact that I wasn't the one who has created the situation for them to get hurt. Any more feedback on next steps would be greatly appreciated. Let's see what kind of feedback the community has. Professional Volume 93 says, "Do not confront your wife. Do not let her know what you know or how you know it. Gather evidence. Get a lawyer. Do what he says. File for divorce even if you hope to reconcile. It can be stopped at any time. Pretend to be ill or cover your attitude. Stomach pain should do it. See a doctor for stress. Do not leave the family home. Separate finances. Change all your passwords everywhere. Close joint credit cards. Move important documents to a safe place. Check out the 180. Link included. Get STD check. Do not have sex with your significant other. You're not well, remember? Maybe get DNA test for child. Get individual professional, non-religious counseling to help you cope and to help make decisions. Do not drink or do drugs. Get exercise, especially cardio. Go to the gym often. Get out with friends and family. Get busy with work, hobbies, sports. Inform your family and soon-to-be ex-family after being served. Change your will. Good luck." Red Quinn has another quick advice. I'd like to add, talk to a close, trusted friend, family member to help you. Snifflix says, "Best advice ever. Your marriage is over. That happens, but it's not the end of your life and your relationship with your kids. Get the lawyer and file. Once you do that, you control the process. After you have your crap together, tell her you know everything and it's over, and you've filed. No more discussion needed because it'll be all BS and lies and arguments. Just get away from her toxicity. Literally move. There are apps that handle the scheduling of child visits. Otherwise, handle all discussions through the lawyer. The faster and cleaner you handle this, the better your life will be. Don't let the anger win. You'll be fine." Fragrant Spray chimes in, "Plan out your exit strategy before you let on you know anything. Lawyer, STD and paternity tests, figure out living arrangements, and how to separate finances. If you legally can, record interactions with her. She didn't make a mistake. She put thought and effort into doing this and hiding it all. There's no reason to think this will stop, and she doesn't respect you, so you certainly can't trust anything she says. The goal is to get you out with you and your kids in the best position possible." The OP replies, "Fortunately, our finances have always been separate because she had a trust fund when we got married. The only things that we are both in the title for are the house and her car." Life Yogurt Closet 98 chimes in, "Why are you concerned about doing something rash? She talked, planned, and proceeded to screw someone outside of your marriage. You are allowed some rash behavior. Either try to go through reconciliation where you'll be unhappy and suspicious for the next 15 years and the trust will never really come back, but you wonder if she's still doing it and all the passion in your sex life disappears for many years due to you mentally picturing her affairs, until sex means absolutely nothing to you, so you can find a form of contentment with her doing or not doing it as it just doesn't matter anymore. You offer reconciliation and she leaves you for her ex while gaslighting you, and you'll ask for years why you weren't good enough, and you'll have PTSD so hard you can't date immediately while she's getting her back blown out and maybe thinking of cheating on her affair partner with you, and you'll accept due to wanting validation from her. Or, you know you deserve better than her, hit her with divorce, tell everyone in your family so they can support you and help you. Let your kids know nothing is their fault and they are still very loved, but you and mommy aren't friends anymore. But you'll both still see them. And good news, 2 Christmases. Gross. She had the audacity to try to play the kid card? Your wife should have thought about the kids and the consequences of her actions while she was screwing around on you. It's hard to believe that she had the guts to even say that. You have to do what's right for you. I think when the kids see you doing that, and I don't think wanting a divorce is making a rash decision when she had already admitted that she was having feelings for her ex again. It seems a divorce is the rational decision. How are you supposed to work through something when the other person has feelings for someone else? What do you think? Next up, a breakthrough breakup. Does anyone have stories where your cheating ex was served with some karma? I initially believed I'd get the short end of the stick when my cheating ex-boyfriend broke up with me. I even lost a ton of mutual friends, his friends, because they all took his side. It's been almost a year, but nowadays I feel content that the breakup eventually led me to meet someone who actually loves and respects me. My ex is still the same person he was on the inside, and knowing he won't change brings me joy. He's still lazy, superficial, a pathological liar, a horrible communicator, and incredibly selfish. It's not a diabolical form of karma, but I know that it's only a matter of time before his own bad habits and behavior catch up to him. Maybe it already has because he lost me. Ha! Let's see what stories the community comes up with. Sufficient Koala 361 says, "My ex cheated on me while we were married. She cheated on me with a patient of hers. Her employer told her to stop talking to him immediately. She refused and was fired. That was 11 years ago. She still can't get a job in the field she was working, even though she's tried several times. Karma at its finest." Material Positive 76 says, "My sister-in-law is a serial cheater. Cheated on this good guy with a prisoner at her job. Was told that's a no-no. Then she married the guy and her boyfriend found out through the grapevine. Imagine hearing that your longtime serious girlfriend got married from other people. She got fired, a serious incurable STD, and a serious drug addiction. Guy is back in prison too." Pan Fried as well says, "My ex was dumped by the person she cheated with and left me for because, wait for it, he won't date a cheater. Ironic." Nicole 24132 says, "My ex cheated on me after being together for 5 years. He never liked to work and was a pathological liar. After I broke up with him, he moved back home into a trailer and his mom pays for his phone and he doesn't pay any rent or have a vehicle. He sits at home all day and plays Fortnite and tells lies about me all the time even though it's been years. He's really bitter and miserable and honestly it makes me feel good. I'm doing better in life and started dating a friend of mine. Everything works out in the end." Scary Alternative 11 wants to say, "My now ex-husband cheated on me on my birthday. We had started working on getting him his American citizenship. He's from Paraguay. But during the divorce, I contacted the people helping us and withdrew my name as his wife sponsor and just let them know it was because we were divorcing. Long story short, he ended up getting fired and deported." SJ612MN says, "Mine ended up losing it and hurt me bad physically. Like it was my fault he was a cheater. Anyways, I got a restraining order and left. He ended up with the affair partner and 2 of the others. He decided to not take care of his kids and become a jobless party guy. Anyways, he overdosed and died a month ago." Ben Cheated On Twice wants to say, "My ex was so in love with his affair partner that he left our family. He is an avoidant and I told his affair partner he liked being alone. Took her 4 years to finally realize he couldn't commit to her and she dumped him. He deserved it. I gave him his space and wasn't demanding, but his affair partner was suspicious of him. Imagine that he cheated on me to be with her, and she was suspicious, and she was super needy. Grass isn't always greener on the other side." Mr. Oz Midnight has this quick story. "Well, let's see. My cheating ex ran off with my best friend at the time and left me with 2 small boys. I think they were 2 or 3 and a 4-year-old. Well, anyway, the ex was expecting my ex-best friend to take her on this whirlwind affair where she could get anything she wanted, as my ex-best friend was quite well off, but left her standing on the side of the road, as they say, as the affair partner left her about 7 months later, and my ex came back wanting reconciliation, but I told her no way, and go see her affair partner. But then the karma tree hit him quite badly, as he fell out of a tree and broke his back. I mean, I didn't wish anything on him, but you just can't stop that karma train from getting you if it has a mind to get to you." Let's get one more story from J&H Daughter. "My ex was constantly accusing me of cheating, yet he was the one doing it. He would harass me at work. He would stalk me. Then when he finally got one of his side hoes pregnant, he finally left me alone and gave me my divorce. The side now baby mama is insane like him. She stalks him, harasses him at work, and constantly accuses him of cheating, and anytime they fight, she leaves the baby with him and disappears. I think you're right in a way. Karma does mean not having someone who was actually good for you and who loved you unconditionally at one point. Karma is that person moving on and living a happy life while they remain stagnant and stuck in their ways. While you go on to live a life full of love and abundance, they'll just be stuck in their own little bubble of toxicity that they've created for themselves. The best revenge is happiness. Thoughts? Did karma hit your exes hard? Share below. And thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We don't want you to miss it. If you want to listen to more stories from me, check out our lounge, where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.